What's up, everybody? What's happening? What's going on, world? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back to another live. I am Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, the founder, the president of the ONYXCON Foundation. What's good with you? How you do? How you do? How you do? How you do? Get my settings all the way right up in here. Let's see here. All right. Doing this, doing that. Yeah, we're gonna say what we always say. Only the subscribers can holler, because only the subscribers are pushing the bottom line, helping us move ahead, helping with our bottom line. All right? You ain't done the time, you ain't got nothing to say. You putting in some work to help us get some more work. What's up? How you doing? Wherever you are in the world, you know what I'm saying? As long as you got something positive and progressive to say at that. Putting on my cocoa butter. It's been warm as I don't know what, y'all. It's 83 degrees, y'all. This does not feel like any kind of, I'm now in the fall, for this to be fall in the nighttime, yeah. That's when you feel as soon as the sun go down. It's like we got desert weather in Atlanta right now. We got straight up Los Angeles type weather. It's that California desert weather. Daytime, warm, and at night it get cold. And then, overnight it gets cold, but only in the wee hours of the morning is it actually cold. Other than that, it's, 60s, whatever, 50s, sometimes 30s and 40s overnight. I think it's only been close to 30s a couple of nights since it officially was fall. But, yeah. It's doing that weird stuff because of global warming. It's real. It's just having a hard time maintaining the temperature it's supposed to be. Yeah, you ain't right. You just gonna jump out here and do just whatever. You know you ain't right. No, you ain't right. I give it to people who drive bad, who at least look at you with that look like, I'm sorry, I know I'm a dumbass. And you're like, yeah, you are. And yeah, that's I can deal with them when they do that. But when they do that other face like, yeah, I did it. And it's like, okay. So, yeah. It's just a matter of time before you balled up on the side of the highway with your head hanging off because you hit somebody else's car and you forgot these cars ain't made out of nothing. They explode upon impact. Like, literally, calm down, y'all. Calm down. Life is worth living. It really is. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Peace to the one that put the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Appreciate you always, all my real ones. So what I want to talk to y'all about today, really didn't have no specific topics. I just wanted to kind of shoot the breeze on a couple of topics, I was watching some, as I often do, like my number one thing to watch, aside from now that I have Netflix, thanks to a deal from my provider, they kill you. It's like as soon as you about to be done with them, they give you one of them bundles that you be like, damn, y'all got me. Because they bundle it up with something that you've been needing. And you think about it, and logically, monetarily, you're like, okay, that makes sense. I think I am getting a little bit worth what it's worth. Well, shout out to 27 in the building. We see you. Don't know how long we're going to see you. I notice how YouTube does this every time I go live. Like, they'll throw you about 30-something, 20-something people, and within seconds, that jump back down. There you go, 11. See, it'll be back down to like 2 in a minute. So anyway, it's ridiculous. But so anyway, when you look at what's out there, a lot of times I found myself back to YouTube. YouTube's my number one thing to watch. And so I was watching some travel videos, which is, if you don't know, that's one of the things we cover here. We do travel. We big on travel. We do vlogs. Go back, check the receipts, see the content. Malaysia was first, then did Mexico, and this year, República Dominicana. Shout out to my Dominicans. Mi gente. Big up, big up, big up. To all my Dominicans, it was major adventure, big accomplishment. Every one of my travels is an accomplishment. Anybody who can travel, who does travel, can tell you, it's a sense of accomplishment, no matter how long the trip was, because it takes a hell of a lot of planning, and it's always an expense. Even if you got the money, it's an expense. Now, in my case, we pull it off with little to no budget, but we always try and make it happen. Thanks to support of people who support ONYXCON and just a hell of a lot of budgeting with my finances. But to speak on that, we're trying to change that in the future. I've often spoke on this before, but it's time to get official about it and make it a thing where every year we have a travel budget. So starting now, before the new year comes in January, I want to start putting it in y'all ear and keep it in y'all ear that we are looking for a solid budget, travel budget, overall budget for ONYXCON. We always need money in general, but we specifically want money for going towards our travels, because the goal is to always do at least one international journey for y'all and do that vlog, have that content. But I'd like to expand that. I want to do it 2 a year, 3 a year, 4 a year. We get to 4, we really gonna be living the dream for real. I mean, even 2 a year would be incredible, international speaking. But even if one international, got to do at least one international. That's the ain't budging on it. I don't care what, come hell or high water. I always say I look at that now as a personal bill that has to be paid. But because I make it part of ONYXCON, it's a thing that ONYXCON, it's one of the goals of ONYXCON. It's part of our mission. We got to do it. Annually, we got to go at least one place internationally and get a new stamp on the passport. Even if we go back to somewhere we've already been, it's got to be somewhere new. You know, if I go back to Mexico, I wouldn't mind going back where I've already been, but I got to go somewhere else I ain't been. If I go back to Dominican Republic, same thing. And because I know I would repeat some of my steps there because there was so many beautiful steps. I found some places, y'all. I found some places, you feel me? And hold on, what? Yeah. I had to put y'all on every now and then because of course I'm still working. While I'm working for y'all, I'm working for myself at the same time. I got to be doing what I got to do. But so yeah, as I was saying, you know, you do a variety of content, and when it comes to travel, I want to keep the variety. I want to always show y'all some place that we haven't been. You know, with Dominican Republic, it's a pretty big country. It's not what some people think. I think I didn't even have the right perception of its size until I was there. Realized how big that entire island is, and as a result, I came to a new appreciation for the possibilities of what you can get out of a trip there. I mean, when you go from Santo Domingo, where I was at first, the big city everybody starts in typically with the airport, and then went to Samana. Let me make sure I pronounce it right. Like some Dominicans I was talking to recently, they said, no, it's Samana. I said, okay, I'm saying Samana. They said, no, you gotta put the stress on the A, different. Samana. So Samana. It's just, man, that was incredible. And I only began to explore it. Like, I was in Las Terrenas, and then I was in another little part, maybe 15 minutes down the street, so to speak. But there's other parts. There's waterfalls, and there's the jungle area. And I was going to do all that. I didn't have time. I even found a trip that I was going to take, ironically, on Airbnb, because I'd had so many bad Airbnb experiences. I was about to be through with Airbnb for that trip, and then I decided at the last minute, I said, oh, what the hell, I might do it. But it still didn't happen. But I thought, okay, I'm gonna try and plan this this jungle waterfall trip. That didn't happen, but I learned from just planning of it that that's something else they offer now. Airbnb has activities too, so I thought that was really cool. I would even advise that more so than the places to stay, because I'm a little burnt on places to stay. I don't had too many bad experiences. I'm just like, man, I don't know why people love this so much. I mean, they either have the absolute luck or the draw, or they're not telling the truth when they do these vlogs and show these always beautiful, always perfect Airbnbs. It's like, y'all ain't showing the bugs in the corner. Y'all ain't showing the bad piping. Y'all ain't showing the mold. Y'all ain't showing the stuff that's falling apart. Y'all ain't showing. It's so much stuff they not showing. There's no way in hell there's that many up to hotel standard quality Airbnbs. And I brag on hotels first because the difference with a hotel is, and everything gets ratings. If a hotel started going to hell, you're gonna see it in ratings. This place had bed bugs, it had roaches. I hate it. It's the worst place you could ever stay in your life. People gonna dog it out so bad, the rating gonna be immediate. You be like, damn, a 3-star. Airbnb, on the other hand, it'll be a 5-star. Like, I picked nothing but 5 stars. And people will stay in some straight trash and just not talk about it. Well, you know, First one I went to, if you ain't seen the video, check it out, had roaches. I'm like, what, y'all just didn't talk about it? Like, you just let them crawl on you while you were there and act like it didn't happen? I'm not about that life. Not at all. Never. I never say never, but I tell you what, that's a never. I ain't dealing with it. When you talk about these budgets, and like I said, I really want y'all to go watch the content so you can get a full understanding of what the benefits are from your perspective as a viewer and what you could gain potentially if you are a traveler and if you've never been some of these places, or if you've been these places and you didn't know about certain places that do exist. Because that's the main thing I want to always champion as a traveler. I want to be able to show people stuff they didn't even know existed, because that's what I try to find, and when I find it, I don't mind sharing the information. As we move forward, we'll eventually get to a point where I'll still show the videos, I'll have it in my content, but I might restrict myself on sharing the exact name of the hotels and things of that nature, because I'm learning that, anything that we can help, anything that can help monetize the channel, we're gonna help monetize the channel. So, if people want to know those specifics, they can do a consultation, either direct with me, or they could be a prepared presentation. And this is very common these days. A lot of other travel channels, they do that. They offer it through Pinterest a lot of times. I don't want to have to go through Pinterest per se, at least at this stage in my career with Don. It's kind of what we do. We just got enough going on with other outlets. We're on Instagram, we're on Fanbase, we're on TikTok, we're on a lot of different stuff. And my whole thing about expanding your platform to other things that allow monetization, but also take percentages, is every little bit of percentage is taken away from your bottom line. And we already ain't making too much or nothing. So we're trying to gain, not give away. So yeah, I'm not big on that. I'm more about, hey, everybody got an email. I can send you a PDF. I can send you I can send you a PowerPoint presentation. You feel me? And for the best case scenarios, if somebody wants to go on a Zoom call and speak directly, after one has been vetted, because I'm not wasting my time with, the madness of hackers and nutballs that could be online. Once somebody proves they're a legit human being and follows the steps required for that, for the vetting process of that, then yeah, I would go live with you, I'd talk with you, and we can have us a good old time. And, you'll get at least an hour-long session. And if you want more than that, we can expand the price accordingly, you know what I'm saying? But this is the future of how we're going to do that here at ONYXCON. But a lot of what I've been able to accomplish so far, when I look back on it, sometimes, in the midst of doing something, you don't realize how phenomenal it is. It's not until you've had some time with it, away from it, to look back, reflect, and say, man, I really did that. I really went to Malaysia, to Puchong, to the center of the city with the two towers, that used to be the tallest buildings in the world. I saw KP Towers, Kuala Lumpur. I traveled around enough in 11 days, to see quite a bit, Port Dickson, Port Dickson, Puchong, and Kuala Lumpur, those three especially. And then there were some other minor areas here, little stop and go type situations along the way. But those are the three main places I went. And, if you just do a common search for Malaysia, you're going to always see Kuala Lumpur. So that's not new to a lot of people's eyes on YouTube. But as far as the way I covered it, the way, my footage shows you what it really feels like on ground level walking, what it feels like riding, the difference in the vehicles, the difference in the way people drive. Everybody drives on the other side of the vehicle, that kind of thing. You get a sense of that from my videos. You get a sense of the art, the public art, the spectrum of ethnicity that's there, the main three, the Chinese, the Malay, and the South Indian. A lot of people don't even talk about that when they do their video. I'm like, how can you not mention the big three ethnically, or racially? Because to say that about Malay is funny. It's controversial, but it's the truth. Malay is really not exactly an ethnicity. It's more of a nationality, because it's such a mixture. Everybody there is mixed, but it's especially mixed with the people who call themselves Malay, who are, the head folk in charge of the country and everything. But they're mixed with everybody. I mean, like the big three I just mentioned is part of all of them. And even in the three, where you might have people who are Chinese who, only claim Chinese, they got other stuff going on in their families, if they've been there generations. And I got a good sense of that because of the person I was there to see and what she shared with me. She was South Indian. This was somebody I had a romantic relationship with, and I even talked about that in some other videos and how, you know, it was up and downs and all arounds with that, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that I can share that are unique, and other people, their videos just ain't doing the same. You know, it's not that they're bad. We all bring something to the table. But I love when I can look at 5 videos and most of them are talking about the same thing, and here I come with the absolute out-the-box stuff. Makes me proud, man. Makes me feel like, yo, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I said. I'm accomplishing my mission, you know what I'm saying? To share something different here on YouTube, you know, and from a different perspective, a more responsible perspective sometimes when it comes to single men traveling too. I mean, you hear the same old talk over and over again. Yeah, I agree with those. You know, I'm not with any of the pills and all that stuff. I was saying Matrix before it became all these other versions of what people mean when they say the Matrix, but I got no problem with the phrase, but I do have a problem with all that red pill stuff and all that extreme self-glorification of anything men do and hate of everything women do. Yeah, I got big problems with a lot of what's going on with women in America, but I don't hate women by no means. I love women. I need women. I absolutely, and it ain't just for lust and all that. I'm talking about I genuinely love women. So, I'm not, yo, at the end of the day, I can criticize without completely destroying, because I'm still a straight man and I need women. I love women. So, you know, when I travel, I'm gonna give you that real on how it feels to be out there and show you what it's like in some of the areas where people be bragging and acting like it's so easy to meet people and all that. Like I saw a brother, he has a channel, I'm forgetting his name, but I follow you, so, you know, hey, that's all that really matters, right? I'm supporting you. But he's a young brother, probably in his 20s or 30s. He's a truck driver. I want to say, I know he's got like initials, like 2 letters, and he puts a crown next to his name and his logo. But he travels a lot, and his channel is about travel and being single and traveling and stuff. And he did a video recently where he was just talking about how he gets frustrated with the whole passport bro movement and all that. Like I say, I don't claim none of that, so I felt with every word of what he was saying with this, you know. And I do follow some people who might claim that, but only because I feel like they just young and don't know no better than to not get on with some little trend. And then a few years from now, they say, why did I even claim that? Like, that ain't me, you know. But they got to grow through it. I know what that goes. I know how that goes. So, but this brother, he got his head on his shoulder real good. I want to say he's from somewhere in Louisiana, because he's definitely sound like he's from New Orleans. And he said, in so many words, not quoting, just, you know, out of memory of what I recall him talking about, he was just saying how frustrated he gets with people talking about how easy it is to meet women in some of these places. So he said you get there and you realize, no, that's because they paying for play, you know. And it's like that whole culture of that has become so normalized by some YouTubers that they don't even specify when that's what they talking about. They just act like they're talking about normal dating. It's like, what are you talking about, huh? It's not normal dating. There's nothing normal about that. If these folk are literally, now if you comparing it to, yes, women in America who are gold diggers, who pretty much put the same stigma on everything, like, you know, you got to pay me before I do anything with you, even on a friendship level. Well, yeah, that is about the damn same. But there's still a difference in the sense that they're not even going to put on the type of women who are like that. They usually have nasty attitudes from day one. They're not trying to be friendly and comely and cooperative or any damn thing. They just combative and all that stuff, versus the stuff that folk encounter sometimes overseas when they're on that paper play type energy. People are trying to, you know, allure you, so they're being very friendly, even in a fake way, until they get their job accomplished, and then they moving on. They don't give a damn about you. So, and you got guys who tell the truth about that, and you got the guys who front about that and act like, oh, these women just love me. No, man, they love your wallet, because that's what you're leading with. You're leading with your wallet, and they taking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, get over yourself. They really don't like you that much, and some of them don't like you at all. You know, so he was kind of saying that, and I appreciated him for adding to the logic of those of us who can see through the fog and see that this is a big farce when people be bragging on that level and make it seem so easy. It's not, I mean, if you've been there, if you've been on the ground, boots on the ground, you know, it's nothing. It's always a challenge. That's always a thing. You know, if it's real, if you're looking for real connections. So, you know, I share that kind of perspective. I've got videos about that. Like when I was in Mexico, especially, I went in on that topic. And I talked about it a little bit on my DR trip too. You know what I'm saying? República Dominicana. It's technically RD, not DR. I know we say DR here, but I found out, no, the way they say it is reverse. It's República Dominicana. So if you hear me say RD, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, you know, it's just a different world, man. And it's never what we have been told through an Americanized lens of things. And it would behoove us, it would do us better as people and as travelers and as just intelligent, intellectual individuals to know the truth about places. That's why I encourage travel so much on my channel and in life in general. Just if you can go, figure out a way to go. If I could have started younger and knew what I knew now, man, I would have had probably 50 countries under my belt by now. But, you know, I got caught up in a lot of stuff thinking other things were more important to accomplish first here and all of that. And I learned, man, no. But if you got a passion for it, don't put too many things over it. Travel should remain in your top 5 priorities. Treat it just like, you know, general maintenance of self and mental health and everything. You know, you're bettering of yourself because it goes with your mental health. It will help your mental health. I promise you, if you like it. I'm not saying it ain't no challenge. It's a process. It's a lot of planning, a lot of expenses, which is why it's such a valuable thing to follow a channel like ONYXCON, where we're giving you that kind of content from an honest perspective. You know, because I don't want to mislead people, and I love to show the real. I don't like it, so I want to be the antidote to the BS I see out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you want the real? Let me show you the real. You know, because there are a lot of great ones that do it, but they're the best of the best who do it too. You know, shout out to Ace Live, forever and a day, my man Ace. Ace is one of my #1 top inspirations for travel video and vlogging format, content, approach. Much respect to Ace. Love that brother's channel. International Zoe, okay, Barber World TV. Zoe is the man, you know what I mean? I love following Zoe. I relate to Zoe a hell of a lot in the sense that, you know, him being the ladies' man he is, I wouldn't claim it as hard as he is about it, because I wouldn't even want as many bills. And I mean, first of all, I don't have the money Zoe got. It's obviously money. Zoe got some money, you know what I'm saying? He from New York, Harlem. He got multiple barbershops. He's done well for himself as an entrepreneur, and it shows in how he travels. I mean, you add up in a week or a month the different places you'll see him in an airport. You say, okay, so if he was there, now he went there, and if he, you know, and then he'll tell you about, you know, some of the expenses, and he'll break down some of the equipment he's using and stuff. I'm like, yeah, Zoe is a solid 6-figure man. He making them 6 figures. He good. He can float. You know, and that's a beautiful thing to see. I admire it. I want to be that. I swear I do. I'm on a mission to accomplish that in this lifetime, if not more. I mean, I'd love to be a millionaire, but I think when I was a kid, you know, we hear the word million and we would just throw it around, not really knowing how much money that really is. I think the older you get, you start understanding what that really means, and more importantly, to maintain it. Because there's plenty of people who may have been a millionaire for a couple of years in their life, but then bounced back to being 6 figures or dropped even lower because of circumstances, man. It's hard to maintain it. It's one thing to, oh yeah, I got this money. Yeah, okay. Then life happens, you know, and some people ain't ready for the curveballs, and it will change your reality. So, you know, humble yourself to that always, and I think you can do anything. So, and how I want to do things with ONYXCON, I'm gonna tell y'all now, the thing I learned from those trips and what I'm saying from here on is I want to double up, like Nipsey said. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite Nipsey Hussle songs, Double Up. That's my joint. Love Double Up. That's probably one of my favorite all-time Nipsey tracks. But I want to double up, y'all. I want to double up. So monetarily, you know, we know we're gonna get monetized here. Our goal is by the new year at the latest. And I'm saying January at the latest. At the earlier, I always said next month should be it. And it's slow. So I can't guarantee that based on how things move now. But every post is the chance of it happening. I see the thousands on some shorts I put up, and I just can't believe some of the ones that get the attention when I think this other one should have got more attention. It don't matter what I think, it's what y'all think, and I thank you. So if we get there in November, I'm gonna be, man, boy, woo, you talking about a celebration. You talking about a celebration. We're gonna do something when we get that goal. But I want to turn up big time for the new year, knowing that we going into the year with the money. Now, the other part of it is there's places I want to travel every year in certain hemispheres that because of weather and off-season better budget pricing, it's best to go in December. It's best to go in January. It's best to go where those places, especially the motherland. I've always said I gotta go to. I always say, look, I'm almost 50, and if not now or when I'm 50, I promise myself I gotta go one country in Africa. I gotta go. It's a personal thing. It's an ONYXCON thing. It needs to happen. You know, a lot of the countries that I first put on that priority list for the continent would be like South Africa. Namibia has been on there before and could be on there again. It wasn't on there for a long time. I was more about just all about South Africa, but I had met a lady one time. It didn't last, but we was talking. I started thinking, man, this woman is freaking gorgeous. She messed it up because she got flaky. She wasn't ready. She had too much going on. She was one of them busy. I'm so busy. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, busied yourself out of. My brother was literally planning on a way to come meet you, like real for real. But I did start researching the country because of her. And I'm happy to say, fellas, if you're single and you really love women and you don't mind going through the various obstacle course of meeting the right ones, and you don't get easily flustered by the BS that can happen internationally, it can teach you, like let me say, I've said this before in my videos from República Dominicana. The very reason I went to Samana was because of a lady I was talking to who ended up flaking on me. So I have no regrets. To this day, I laugh, I grin every time I think about her, because at least I got the eye candy of seeing her. And when she was showing me a lot of interest and whatnot, she was very coquettish and flirty. So I would get these beautiful pictures and little videos every now and then of her being flirty with me. So I got the benefit of that. I barely understood half of the stuff she would be saying to me because it was all Spanish and she didn't understand half of my English. Well, we did go live one time, but it was cute and fun to be on there giggling at each other and don't know what the hell we talking about. But I got the experience, you know what I'm saying? And she, you know, she loved her culture like all Dominicans love their culture deeply. So she be singing some bachata songs to me, romantic bachata, and I don't know what the hell it is, but I know she flirting with me. I'd be like, man, it had its moments. We had some good times, right? But then she messed it up because some dude, and this is what I'm gonna tell you can happen. This is a general thing that can happen with women, but I found this to be especially true of Latin women, okay? It's a flirty ass culture, all right? It's a culture of love. Amor, mi amor. You're gonna hear that more than you wanna hear it. Okay? My love, love. They are about that life, okay? So they always got a boyfriend in the past. They may not be with him when you see him, when you get with him or try to. They might be dealing with a fool and you don't know they're dealing with one when you start with them, because that's some other BS that some of them can do that I hate. That's just, in general, that's not a good trait for women, but some do, you know. They're going to hold that ace card and act like it's not a big deal because they'll be going through a time, but as far as they're concerned, it's not over. But they'll say they single. It's like, no, you're not single. You on break. But you need to tell that man you on a break so that he know any minute you gonna, you know, the dude say just the right little combination of words, you going back to your ex. So that's kind of what happened is, you know, the ex came with it. And it always happens when the good dudes show up and starts making them get all, I think I like Mr. Joseph. You better believe you do, boo-boo. And they be ready to jump ship and go with Mr. Joseph, and then suddenly something go off in the air, and it always makes them suckers start calling them again. Every time. Real ones know how it go. Y'all know how it go. And so, and because it's that challenge. It's that, you sure you want to lose this woman? Because you sure as hell about to lose her if he get her. Because he gonna put that thing on her mentally and otherwise. She gonna be caught up on some Joseph time. You best believe it. So it's you become that guy. Like, you know, I don't even want to be that guy. Like I say, I'm not looking for women who between dudes, and I don't want to deal with that energy. But sometimes that's just a part of the stuff that goes with it. You don't be knowing. They come all late with it after they know you like them and you like them. They like you and you like them. And I'm like, you know, you don't stop talking as much as you were. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been so busy. No, ain't no busy. What's really going on? Well, okay, yeah, well, what? Well, this guy, what? Well, he was my ex. Ah! Oh, boy, they'd be so full of it, right? So she's like, you know, and then they want to be all like they're doing everything right and everything's respectable. I don't want to lead you on. What are you talking about? I'm still talking to you and you stop talking to me. That is leading me on. You're just wrong. Just say, I'm dead ass wrong. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. And sometimes you can get them to do that. I will give them credit. Letting women, it's really annoying. It's annoying, but at the same time, it's gratifying compared to what you run through a lot of times in America. Like, they don't apologize here. They just like, yeah, whatever. I ain't wrong, though. I can do what I want. I'm grown. Ain't about that. You grown and you grown and wrong. And you ain't acting grown to be that wrong. That's childish. Let a grown-ass man know, yo, I'm sorry. I still have feelings for this other person. I'm going, that's grown. They don't want to do that, right? But the thing the Latins do that I've come across, they will, but it's with this, well, here it is. This is where I am. You know, you're like, this some bullshit. So then you ain't got no choice but to, you know, step off smooth like, yeah, okay, all right, well, you know the number if anything there falls apart and you want to holler again. So, and that's kind of how that went. And, but when I got there, I did at least, I gave her one last chance, like, hey, you know what? Now I'm going to let you know. I know you talking about you back with your ex and all that, but that one time when I checked in with her before I left town, she was talking about, oh, he did something else that made her mad. And now I was like, y'all just as messy and silly. Talking about it was on for about a week and then he messed up again. So I gave it a week more, come back, we're trying to work it out. I was like, y'all feeling, you ain't never gonna let this fool go. You're pathetic with it. But anyway, thank you for letting me know about Summoner. I just wanted her. I said, no, you understand. That was gonna be my gift to you, baby. If you would have had some time for me, I was gonna make it work. Your world, I was gonna rock your world for the whole weekend to let you know mentally and physically how much this meant to me for you to share this, because I had no idea. No one talks about this place in America. I don't care. I've only seen maybe 3 videos once I started looking it up on YouTube. Everybody, all they talk about is Punta Cana. All they talk about is Boca Chica. All they talk about is, oh man, oh, Sosua. That's all they talk about. And like I was just talking about earlier, you know why they talking about Sosua? Because unfortunately, there's a big pay-for-play culture there, and these little sorry dudes who ain't got no game and don't want to work for nothing, they just want their dollar to talk and make it easy to get what they really care about, and that's all they care about. They don't even care about no relationship, no connection, on that. They don't want none of that. That's all they want. So they want to risk, you know, they stuff falling off when they get home, because all of them ain't got enough sense to wear a condom. You better wear a condom. That's public service announcement in general for the youngest. But anyway, you know, because they don't know nobody, but they think they know everything. This is the problem, you know. So anyway, like I say, I wouldn't have even known about this place, and I've not at least been talking to this lady. So the lesson there, fellas and ladies, I mean, you know, ladies out here doing their thing too. Just make sure you're talking to somebody who can at least share. Like, stop being so, going back to the fella side of it, so many dudes so damn sex thirsty, you can't even figure, man, do you understand how many more good women you might meet if you just understand how to talk about more than that, and you actually meet somebody, you actually talk to somebody and build a friendship where, yo, if nothing else, they're there, you're not. They're a native, you're not. You be like, baby, the golden question was, as a native, where would you go that's off the beaten path that the hidden treasure no one ever goes to? And she didn't hesitate. Summoner. Changed my life. Changed my life. Because I know where I'm going next time I go. Next time I set foot, I already got the hotels I'm going to. I'm going back to the same place because it was so beautiful. I didn't spend enough time in either one of them. What? I stayed in 3 different hotels. Tried 2 Airbnbs that bombed, both for different reasons. If you ain't seen the video, like I say, go watch the content. You're going to be amazed how many places I stayed. But that was because I had to work through a lot of nonsense. But in the end, the glory was for my patience. And I have no regrets in that regard. I still get annoyed about stuff that, you know, I'm still waiting on a refund for a flight that was canceled. Yes, can you believe that? For those who follow the channel, I know y'all like, what? They still ain't paid? Yeah, man. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they still ain't paid me for that. But I got something for their ass though. There's the U.S. Department of Transportation. It is a U.S. law, which of course makes it last way longer than I wanted to. With this process, after I called the company and told them booking dot hell no, not booking dot yeah, they know yeah, booking dot no, booking dot hell no. Yeah, I'm talking about them. They can go to hell forever for me because they ain't done me right. And I don't think they're going to try and do right. But I put in word with them. I got a case going against them officially for this flight that was never paid for. So, yo, they owe me money and they're going to pay it. Period. It's going to take forever probably because I know I ain't the only one. There was how many people on the one flight that I was on that got canceled. And I know we all getting stuck. They playing all of us. Everybody I was on that flight with, I'm more than sure we all pissed off the same damn way. Matter of fact, I'm thinking of one person I met who I still follow on Instagram. I need to reach out to her and ask her, yo, did you get your money back on that flight? I bet she ain't. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all now. Let's get this money up. We got to double up, y'all, because we going places. It's ONYXCON.